Daniel, before we come up with RJ, so big news for you. Second last round at Salt Lake City, you put in a booth, play-by-play situation, and obviously you did a good job. Everybody seemed to like it. That's a huge step for you from going, hey, Ricky and Todd, these ruts here. I mean, you got to watch out for these ruts. That's where you went. You went from that into carrying it in and out of transitions and everything. Like, how was that?
It was intense, man.
Yeah.
I got to be honest. Everyone's like, was it fun? It was fun after, like, reliving that it happened.
Yeah.
But it was not that fun during it. And the main reason why is I wanted to do good.
Right.
I really wanted to do good, and I had responsibilities that were new to me. You know, because all the other things I do, I'm kind of hybrid in every other role. Race Day Live, I'm the host, but I'm also
popcorn, sweeping a stadium,
COVID test.
testing.
I mean, I'm spread pretty thin.
Right.
And then on the floor, I'm kind of like an analyst. I'm a track analyst, so I'm kind of in this weird hybrid role because I'm not Ricky. I'm not the analyst, but I kind of do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So this was cool because it was a chance to do something new. But it was very challenging just handling those types of things, those responsibilities, which I'm not used to. On Race Day Live, I kind of control the tempo a little bit. Like when they tell me, hey, time to go to break, whatever, I get to break when I want to get to break. This was, I mean, I'll be talking, and all of a sudden Bondo's 10, 9, 8, and I'm like, okay, time to make something up as I'm seeing things on screen that they have ready. I don't know what's coming. So the responsibilities were very intense, but I felt like when the gate went down, it was not intense. It was not hard. It was not. It was just me and Ricky talking. So that was cool. But everything outside of the racing was very weird. Yeah. And I liked it.
Would you do it again? Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Like I could see they doing it for you. I mean, look, Todd Harris and those guys are busy, right? They're doing a lot of other stuff. You've proven to be good at it. I could see that.
I don't know how it all works. That's the one thing about me in this job. I don't have an agent. I don't play that game. And if you notice, I don't do a lot of other things. I pretty much work with the people that I work with that I like. Supercross, and then Glenn Seelig, of course. I do arena cross and Durocross mostly because of him. I would love to do it. I mean, I would love to do it long term. I really would, but I don't know. I mean, it was a fill-in, so everyone knows because people are like thinking like they were surprised I wasn't at the next one. It was a one-race fill-in. Todd got double booked. Right. He was in Bermuda. He couldn't get out of it. So
and Lee was wherever.
And Lee was at IndyCar, which is obviously his priority. Right. So it was cool. It was a fill-in. I want to do it, but at the same time, I don't know how all that works. So I don't know.
I watched it. I thought you did a great job. Did you screw up at all? Like, was there something you?
I did.
I didn't
actually
notice anything.
But my TV coach, we have a coach, and I have a pretty good relationship. He's a Cowboys fan, so me and him have a bigger bond than the rest of the team do. Right. I did make one big mistake, and he actually said it was probably my best moment. I screwed up on the points. Roxon went down, and it was like, okay, hold on. Now it's no longer Kenny's catching Cooper in points. Yeah. Can Cooper clinch it? Yeah. And I was off by a point in my math. I said, 26. If he wins, he could get it. And I was off just in my own head.
Because inexplicably, Supercross decided to change your point structure like 2 years ago. Right. And now make it 26 points for a win.
But it wasn't that. It was where Kenny was in 6. I didn't know where the 2 and the 1 gap started. Yeah. So I was off, and he said it was the best thing I did because I owned it. I said, bad math. And that's the word I said. Yeah. Bad math. And I moved on, and I forgot about it. And he said, that is huge because with that kind of pressure on you to make a mistake, and we're talking about a championship, I just screwed up the points. Yeah. And he's like, for you to just move on, own it, don't even act, don't blame, just, oops, my bad, bad math, and move on and go. Yeah. He said, that told me you can do the job because those are things that break most people is when you mess up and then you realize it and then you're screwed the rest of the show.
It takes you out of your rhythm and everything else.
And me, generally as a person, I'm a self-owner. When I mess up, I don't care. It doesn't hurt my feelings when I screw up. So for me, I just moved on and forgot.
When Marks and Talons screw up, they just play drops to try to cover their mistakes over and over and over. They don't
that might be true if I ever screwed up.
If they ever own it.
If I ever screwed up. So yeah, it was.
And I was
really
impressed
cool.
You didn't bring up your arena cross titles. You didn't bring up, you know what I mean. You didn't say, "Wow, listen, Ricky. I mean, me and Brandes were out at Sacramento one time." You know, like you didn't bring any of that up.
I feel like I don't have the career that needs to be brought up on the broadcast. I did talk about the number 125, which was cool because that 250 LCQ was a little brutal. Yeah. I mean, there was only like a handful of guys on the gate. Yeah. So it was like, how can I draw the attention away from what we saw, that
Yeah.
there was not a full gate.
Yeah.
So we got into some funny stories. We talked about Mason Kerr, and then the number got brought up, and I told Ricky that number 125 has been in a lot of last chance qualifiers. So I tried to make it humorous and kind of make it fun, and that was another thing that I felt
That was
proud about, that I
Good.
was able to make a race that kind of had a weird look on the gate feel kind of normal.
Right.
So,
Yeah. At one point, there's 5 guys out there, and the 5th place guy was 40 seconds back.
I think
of,
he fell, and we might
of
have got it
fourth.
on camera
Right.
too.
Right. It wasn't great.
And then I also, again, this is personally my favorite moment, is I dropped the lyrics of one of my favorite bands at the end of the show, and the DMs came in, and they're like, "You cheeseball," because it was like really cool lyric. Data Remembers one of my favorite bands,
Yep.
and I dropped this line from a song, "Keep your hopes up high and your head down low. It'll be a day to remember." And the coolest thing ever is the lead singer DM me and now follows me on Instagram.
Really?
And I'm like,
oh wow.
I don't give a shit about anything
Yeah,
else that
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
I don't
Mike
care.
out.
Yeah.
I don't even care if it ever happens again.
Right.
Day to Remember lead singer follows me.
I
won.
I mean,
I
yeah,
won.
I mean, listen, if Bono or Sammy Hagar followed me, that'd be
It'd be game over, right?
Yeah, game
I
over.
don't even know if it could get any better.
No, it
it's
couldn't.
over.
No, I wouldn't even ride my taser anymore. I'd be so happy. I wouldn't need to. I would that'd take all my happiness in my life. So,
So yeah, it was fun. It was
yeah, good. No, you
after
did a
once
good
I realized,
job. Right.
and then got to be in a suit, and I think I broke the record, cheapest suit to ever be on live television. There's no one that could top.
Why? How much was that?
I think it was. I thought it was 160. My mom says about $120. Everything. We're talking shoes, pants, belt, shirt, suit, everything. 100, like a tear off. Like
Right.
literally, I don't need to ever wear it again.
Oh, that's
but my
funny.
mom was like fired up. Oh my God, I'm gonna get you a suit. And I said, don't do something dumb and get me a night. Like this is
Yeah.
just a fill-in deal.
Right.
And so she
Yeah.
kept to the game and kept it
Oh,
real
nice.
cheap.
Good.
And
Good.
So,
Good
yeah,
to hear.
broke the record.
We had Zach Osborne.